Why this terrible pandemic, Corona? The religious people say it's because of the sins of mankind. They forgot the Creator and is rebelling against Him. And so, God is punishing man. The agnostics, they are ridiculing the religious by challenging them to show their God. Where is your God? They ask the religious, who wants a God who is so cruel? The environmentalists say, it is the greed of man, the arrogance of man that caused this pandemic. Nature is taking revenge. I happen to hear a different view that was written by a man named Anton van Reenen. I was so impressed, I want to put this on a video. So all the credit of this presentation goes to him. One day, Satan came before the Lord. And the Lord said to Satan, where are you coming from? Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down on it. And the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my church? How they gather every Sunday and praise and worship my holy name? They do this year in and year out, every Sunday morning all over the world. From the time the sun rises in the east until the time the sun sets in the west, my name gets glorified, like a wave washing over all the earth. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, have you not blessed them with health and wealth and prosperity, with which they have built beautiful church buildings and filled it with amazing technology? Have you not blessed them with all manner of talents that they bring together in this beautiful building that they built, and worship you with beautiful music that appeals to their senses? But stretch your hand and take all that from them, strike them down with a plague, or even just the fear of a plague, and they will go quiet and worship you no more. This wave of worship rushing from the east of the earth to the west every Sunday morning will stop, and all will go quiet. Who will worship you then? Who will make your name great? The Lord said to Satan, they are in your hand. So Satan unleashed a deadly virus upon the earth, and soon the church buildings closed all over the world. Everyone, Christians and Gentiles, hunkered down in their homes, and everything went quiet. And Satan was standing there, watching and waiting. All the angels were standing in heaven, watching and waiting. And God was standing there, watching and waiting. As a great silence fell over all the heavens and all the earth. Then one angel cried out, listen. And another called out, I hear it too. It's coming from the east. In a small living room, in a locked up house, came the sound of a piano being played, and a voice is singing. And another angel called out, listen, over there in the west, the sound of a guitar coming from a bedroom, singing praises to God. And slowly, from all directions on the earth, the sound of instruments and voices could be heard, louder and louder, until it became a symphony of worship rising up to heaven. praising God, declaring His greatness, thanking Him for His grace, His mercy, His forgiveness. Songs of dedication and declaration, songs of encouragement, songs filled with joy and peace that only God can give, sung by thousands of men and women, young and old, wherever they were, accompanied by whatever means they had. And God turned to Satan and said, "Did you notice how my church, having been freed from all the businesses that fill their lives, worship me every day of the week? For they still know that I am that I am." The wave of worship that runs from sunrise in the east until sunset in the west now circles the earth every day as the earth circles the sun. And all of heaven fell down on their face and worshiped God, calling out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of His glory." And Satan turned away. He walked away defeated as he had been since the day of Calvary. I want to encourage you today, in this unprecedented time in the history of man, do not let your voice go quiet. Do not pack your instrument away. All of creation and all of heaven is standing still right at this moment, waiting and watching. Now is the time to make your voice heard throughout the heavens. Now is the time to put out your heart before your God. There is no audience, there is no tech, it is just you before the Lord. Seek Him in this time. Draw near to Him through worship. If you have never done this before, discover the beauty and blessing that come with intimate, personal worship of God. God bless you.